From Ashes, Chapter 10, 4 years earlier. $65,000 starting salary, as promised. Several recruiters by the end of the IT course, a simple 9 to 5, half hour for lunch, typical stuff. I was sure I'd hate it. When I hung up my heavy red firefighter coat for the last time, Jessie gave me a hug, which she'd never done in the last 4 years we'd worked together. I sniffed the air. Do I smell smoke? Probably just got the scent stuck in your nose from the last call. You know how it goes. Kids and matches. I pushed open the door to the kitchen. And then the clapping, stomping, whooping. I couldn't put it together at first. The cake, a bright red engine covered, ironically, with as many candles as would fit. That was the smoke. We're going to miss you, Jessie said as several guys whacked me on the back and a few pulled me in for a bear hug. I stood, taking in slow, measured breaths, trying to keep from bursting into crazy tears. This group, these crews, they'd been my life for so long. A few of them I'd even trained with when we were rookies. Most of them I'd worked with for the better part of 10 years. They'd all shown up for Rachel's funeral, uniforms on if they'd just gotten off work. The rest wearing suits and buttoned up tight, some of them dripping tears like faulty hoses. Even before that, as the years had rolled on, we'd seen people die, helped people live, gone into crumbling houses, and brought people out coughing or dragged them out with no breath at all. We'd attended at least one funeral for one of our own, killed by a roof no one had expected to collapse, and several others for fallen firefighters who worked in neighboring counties where we helped out when they needed an extra truck. We'd done simpler things too. Lifted heavy old people back into bed, helped the medics and the cops on busy calls, cut people out of cars, or hunted for bodies flung from the vehicles. We'd argued, we'd laughed, we'd roared down the street together, watched TV on slow days, gone to weddings, and for me, a funeral. How could I leave them? Someone passed me a piece of cake, which I took numbly, talking and laughing, though later I wouldn't remember a single word, a strange blackout as the memories pressed over the present chatter. Marriages, divorces, kids, graduations, and me, a wife I no longer had, and a new baby girl passed to my arms by a hopeless addict who'd somehow brought hope. I tried to remember the mother, what she looked like, and all I saw were arms lined with scars as she handed the baby over. You know, you could do it part-time, weekends or something. Jessie had sidled up to me, maneuvered me away from the crowd. She passed me a napkin, though I'd barely eaten a bite. Yeah, I know I said, but Gabby, daycare, and danger, she finished for me. That sister of yours, she put it into your head, didn't she? She's right, though. Never said she wasn't, Jessie replied, licking frosting off her finger. But listen, if you need something in addition to your new desk job, something to keep you from turning into some fat slob of an IT guy, they always need volunteers over in Davis County. I think Haydensboro is close enough that they'd take you. Give them a call. Volunteer, huh? You could do it like once a month. Their call volume is almost nil, so there's less danger and your sister can get her panties out of a wad. When they do get a call, it's mostly support for the paramedics, maybe a campfire gone a little wild. Yeah, I say, pocketing the thought. Yeah, I'll consider it. But first, I need to get my footing with this new life. She patted my shoulder, leaned in, and whispered, Jed made that cake. You better eat up. From behind, the captain came up and pulled me into a hug. We all went in and got a little something for you. He shoved a large box into my hands. I opened it and lifted the helmet out, inscribed with my name and number. You guys, I said, barely able to speak, tipping my head up so I didn't cry, the same way Rachel used to. And girls, Jessie added. You know what I mean, I said. And of course, they did.